Welcome to DC Digital Learning. Myself Suguna SN. Now I am discussing session 29 of organizational behavior on the topic organizational reward system, objectives and the process of organizational reward system. Let us ask firstly the meaning of organizational reward system. Before that, we should know the meaning of reward. Reward is something which is offered or given by the organization to the employees in return for some service or the attainment or achievement of the goals in timely. So here the individuals will be offered to various rewards by the organization only when there is a desirable behaviors in their performances. There should be increase or improvement in their performances. So here organization also have to include this type of various types of reward system for enhancing the effectiveness levels in the performance of the individuals. Here rewards which place a motivational or influencing factors to the individuals or the employees to go for the higher achievements or taking the risk in their jobs or the allotment of the work or the assignments. So here for the rewards they go for the for getting a positive consequence like a reward, they go for the achievement of the targets in timely and the right time. So this is very important to the organization to adopting required form of rewards and when there is a need at the right time by the organization. There are various types of rewards. So here I have taken the rewards may include intrinsic and the extrinsic rewards. Let us know what you mean by intrinsic rewards and the extrinsic rewards. So first we'll discuss with the intrinsic rewards. So these are the internal factors of the individuals which is influenced to the individual behavior. So how they're going to have the involvement in the work activities and what they're going to feel and how they're going to perform with reaching their activities or the achievements or the targets. So let us have the examples later on. So next we're going to see the extrinsic rewards. So extrinsic rewards which are external factors to the individuals and which are directly controlled and distributed by the organizations, which we can say more tangible in nature than the intrinsic rewards. Intrinsic rewards are intangible in nature, which we can't say, which mainly talks about the psychological factors of the individuals like individual perception, personality, attitude towards the job or the involvement. So this comes under the intrinsic. But when it comes to extrinsic, which will be like external factors which influences the individual to go for the their behaviors. So if not, if there is no desirable behavior by the individuals, then it will be controlled by the organization also. It is called extrinsic rewards. Let us have a look on this table. There will be there is examples of intrinsic rewards and the extrinsic rewards. So let us first have the examples of intrinsic rewards. So first one, that is a sense of achievement by the individuals and feelings of accomplishment. So how they're going to feel, like a feel of proudness or like appreciated, like that. So and informal recognition. So formally by the authorities has to be recognized their work, and even informally like group members or the other members informally also they expect to recognition of their work or the achievements. So and job satisfaction level. So firstly here the individuals or employees has to be satisfied with their jobs, that is a job satisfaction level, and the personal growth, that is what the career growth in their work, and also they're going to expect along with their personal growth or the career growth they expect the status or the dignity in the organization. So these are the internal form of factors which influences the involvement of the individuals for the work activities. So let us have the examples of extrinsic rewards, that is formal recognition. They want organization or the department or the manager to be recognized rather than informal, and they need huge fringe benefits, nothing but monetary and non-monetary incentives has to be provided for their work, like that, and incentive payments like a bonus or increments, like that. They want the payments in return for their achievements, and the base wages, nothing but a scale payments, a scale of salaries, they have to be increased in that. So and they need a promotion of their designations in their job levels also, and along with that social relationships. So these are the few examples of extrinsic rewards what you have to be offered to the individual for their performances, and extrinsic rewards which you have to be offered to the individuals for their performances. So next we're going to see the objectives of organizational reward system. Why there is a need or purpose of offering a reward or having a system of providing a reward or offering a reward in an organization. So first one, it is for the attraction and retention of the employees' performance. The first objective of reward system is intended to attract or they have to be, individuals has to motivate themselves. It has to be before I said it act as a motivational or influencing factors to go for higher achievement of their performances, and along with that it has to be retained, not only for attracting them or influencing them. Along with that it has to be retained with their memory for the go for future performances hikings also. So that is first objective, that is motivating them go for the higher achievement, and along with that motivation it has to be retained in their memory for the further achievements in the future. So next one, motivation of performance. As I said, when it is attracting towards you to go for the higher performance, nothing but it is motivating within you to go for the higher a desirable behavior or the achievement of the targets in timely. So here organization get the kind of behavior that leads to reward their employees' value. So here organization also has the responsibility to motivate the performance of the individual. You have to be appreciate, you have to provide the appreciation in the form of reward, and even informally or the formally you have to appreciate them. Then only the employees also feel recognition of their performance, and they feel proud of their performances, and there will be chances of satisfying themselves and go for the hiking of their performance levels in the future activities also. So next one, that is commitment. So the reward system also serve as to maintain and strengthen the psychological contract and the psychological factors of the individual behaviors. So it makes your employees to commit with their work. So these are the main advantage of reward system. So it makes every individuals to involve themselves and commit with themselves for the go for the achievement in timely. So it indicates that what behavior the organization values, that is what is paid for, what is needed here, they're going to have the involvement with that desirable behavior. So because recognized behavior only, it has the consequence of reward system. So that's why, so here the individuals also commit with the desirable behavior, because that behavior only the organization has the value for it. So that is the next objective, that is commitment by the individuals. So along with the commitment, next one is the satisfaction. The appropriate reward system adds to the satisfaction level of employees in the organization. It is very, very important that every individual has to be firstly satisfied with themselves, whatever it may be, in the form of pay system or benefits what you are going to offer, or the recognition level what you are doing. So they have to be satisfied with that. So then only after satisfaction only we can see the efficiency and the effectiveness in their performances. If the employee is not satisfied with the reward or the work, even though if he done with a well matured or desirable behavior in their performances, if there is no satisfaction level, in the sense they will not going to have the improvement in their behavior, they're going to have the depressed level of their performances and all. So therefore the suitable reward system should be incorporated in the organization to make satisfy the individuals in their performances. So this is very important objective of reward system, that to make the satisfaction of the employees for their performances. Next one, the culture. So nowadays every organization, not only domestically, globally, it is like a culture. It becomes the culture of every organization to have the appropriate reward system. So it is one of the feature of organization structure also, because it contributes huge to the well-being of the organization. So reward system have the ability to shape culture precisely because their important influence on the communication, motivation, satisfaction, and other involvements by the individuals. This is what the impact of reward system in the organization. So by the reward appropriate their correct way of reward system which influence or motivates the individuals to have the very good relationships, and they go for effective communicational factors, and they go for huge motivational level of the individuals will be increased, and especially the satisfaction level of the individuals also it going to increase. With all this impact, the performance levels also be increased, and they're going to reach the targets, individual targets, in timely at the right timely, and that leads to increase or enhancing the achievement of overall organizational end goals. So these are the various objectives, are the purpose of having a good or a sound reward system in the organization. So next we're going to have the discuss on the process of reward system, how the reward system going to operate in the organization. First one, there will be reward strategy. So strategy which you have to develop and implement. What are the reward policies, practices, processes, and procedure which you have to further follow for the fulfilling of the business goals or the end goals of the organization. And for that, after achievement, you have to give the rewards. So after the behavior happened, only we are going to see whether it is a desirable or undesirable. So that's why, so further achievement of the business goals, what needs to be implemented, what are the policies, sub-policies, sub-plans, are the practices, are the procedures, it has to be applied. First you are going to frame the long-term strategy in the view of long-term view. So you're going to frame the reward strategies. So if the employee achieve this much, so in timely, within a short time, and with a fixed standard targets, what we have to make them to satisfy himself, that is what is the reward we are going to offer for them. So that is a strategy. Long termly, after fixation of the goals only, you have to fix the reward strategy. So along with that strategy, so for reaching that end goal of a reward strategy, you have to frame the policies. So reward policies. Reward policies are the set of guidelines for the decision making and the action. So for reaching your reward strategy, you have to make the policies, sub policies. So policies nothing but the guidelines, how I have to make the decision of a reward. So why I have to give a reward to this person, this individual, why we have to allot a reward, intrinsic or the extrinsic rewards. You have to give the guidelines and the directions. You have to frame the what are the rules or regulations or the conditions to be fulfilled for the eligible of reward system. So this is the reward policies. Next one, that is reward practices. So this comprises of the scheme, structure, and the techniques used to implement reward strategy and the policy. So firstly, you're going to frame the strategy. For reaching the strategy, you want to have all this, that is policies, practices, procedures, and all. So policies which talks about the guidelines for making any decision, further decisions and all, for reaching your reward strategy. Along with this guidelines, you're going to have the scheme or the structure, that is what we can call practices, methods, how we have to reward them, reward individual employees, why it is, so why not, so do's and don'ts, what is the acceptable conditions, what not the acceptable conditions. So you're going to frame the structure, it's called reward practices. So after that, reward processes. These consist of the ways in which policies are implemented and practices to be carried out. So here you're going to have the further how you are going to take it into action. So this is what we call reward processes. After that, there will be reward procedures, that you're going to maintain a system to ensure that it functions efficiently and flexibility to provide the value for the money. So actually how we are going to perform with that reward system is called reward procedure. So there will be reward strategy firstly. After that, you're going to frame the reward policies, reward practices, and the processes, nothing but the procedures. So lastly, the reward procedures to go for the allotment or providing or offering rewards to the individual employees. So this is about the process of reward system. So this is the overall view of the organizational reward system, how it's going to operate. So there will be business strategies, HR strategies, and overall organizational strategies. It will be influenced by internal environment and even the external environment of the business. So along with that, you're going to frame the reward strategy. So by considering overall organizational strategies, you're going to frame the reward strategy. For reaching this reward strategy, you are going to have the sub-reward policies, procedures, practices, and the processes. So to reach to go for the allocation of the rewards to the every individuals for their performances. So this is how actually the reward system come into operate, are going to exist in the organization. So this ends here the discussion. So these are the revisional factors which we have discussed. The objectives of organizational reward system, that is attraction of individual behaviors, retaining that and motivating of the performances, and making the commitment by the individuals and making satisfy, and lastly it has to be made it as a overall culture of the organization to go for the having a sound reward system in the organization. And nextly we have discussed with the process, that is just before I have discussed now. So that is reward strategy, policies, practices, processes, and the procedures which you are going to follow for allocating the exact or correct form of rewards to the every individuals who are required to be make the positive consequences for their desirable behaviors. So here it ends this session. Thank you, one and all.